For some of you, when you think of Robert Morse, you think Mad Men. Why not? He was nominated for an Emmy Award for his performance in 2008. But when I think of Bobby, as I like to call him, I wasn't going to tell that story because I didn't want to embarrass him, Kimmy D. Can I tell the story? Okay, but I want to say this though, because when I think of him singing "I Believe in You," and I always think of that when I need a little boost, and that's the truth. And I see your adorable little dimpled face with the little space in your teeth, and I always feel better when I think that thought. And I've sang that song in my head probably 1,000,000 times in my lifetime with the picture of you in there. All right, I'm going to tell this story because Robert is cool and he'll let me. He's given me permission, sort of, and I put it on Facebook anyway. But I only put it on Facebook when he was here. Okay, so what happened was 3 weeks ago on Tuesday at 10:45, I was taking a shower and my doorbell rang. So I threw on a bathrobe and my hair was still up in a towel. I had no makeup on, clearly. And I raced down the stairs and I opened the door. And there was Robert. And I don't think I've ever looked worse. So I invited him in, and I was thrilled to see him and to meet him. And he came into my kitchen, and we sat down, and we spent the most lovely hour together. And we went on Facebook, and we wrote a status together, and we answered comments together, and I taught him how to do a few things, and we Skyped with a friend from Canada, and we had this whole crazy time. And then Robert left, and as soon as he was out the door, oh shit, I have his cell phone. So I couldn't let him know, so I sent him a Facebook message. What do we do, right? And as soon as he got home, he realized. And so he drove all the way back. But by the time he came back, I was dressed. And I had my makeup on. And we got to take a picture. And I was a very happy girl.
Why was I there 3 weeks ago?
Because he thought it was today. But, you know, but I also want to say that when I first reached out, when I first reached out to Robert on Facebook, he didn't respond, and then very quickly he sent me a private message, and he said he gave me his email to write to him, and he agreed to this immediately. I mean, he was going to come next month for Men Only Day, but he's going to be filming Mad Men again. Yay, new season of Mad Men! So the only way, so we're breaking all the rules today, and you know what? We made the rules so we can break them. Yeah. Because he's a man amongst women today, JC and him, you know, but so what? And he is going to be the very first person to not be reading from his own work. So what? Because you know what he's going to read? His Tony-winning performance from True. Yeah. Ah! But wait, because I have to give you some background, because some of you are young and might not know all of this stuff, and it's too cool for words. Okay. Prior to his Tony-winning role in How to Succeed in Business, where he sang I Believe in You, and then made the film and sang it again, he created the role of Barnaby in The Matchmaker on Broadway, made the film of that one, was Tony nominated for Say Anything, co-starred with Walter Matthau in A Guide for the Married Man. I love that. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, no. That was Doris Day. Wait, no. Wait, which was that? Where were you when the lights went out? Yes. Oh, my God. Where were you when the lights went out? Do you remember that one? Oh, my God. He starred in the original production of Sugar on Broadway, for which he also garnered another Tony nomination, then won it and the Drama Desk Award for his portrayal of Truman Capote from True, which we're going to hear today. Ha, 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 ha. The man is money in the bank. Okay, all this stuff that I talked about. Okay. All right, but okay, what Robert said to me when...
What are you talking about?
All right, wait. But Robert said to me when I first asked him what he was going to do when he came, okay, he said to me that if I was really good, he would consider singing a little I Believe in You, and so I think I've been really good.
Go get the bathroom.
Ladies, Robert Morse. Come here. So let's put this down here. on you too.
What a pleasure. I never knew it would be like this. I thought there'd be some 2 or 3 people and things. I had the pleasure of doing a show called True, based on Truman Capote, and it was a play. And I don't know if you all saw that picture. Did you all see it roughly? That was the set, and that's his apartment on the United Nations Plaza. And and I'd just like to read a little bit of it. He's in his apartment, and he's always talking on the phone. He hasn't looked at the audiences yet. And hold that for me. Hey, what you doing? And he hasn't looked at the audience yet. He's on the phone talking, and a doorbell rings off stage. And he goes to the phone. Oh, my God. Bells are ringing. Back door. Could it be the 3 Magi? Now, don't go away. And he runs off, pads off stage, and comes back in with this hearthrug of poinsettias. It's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas afternoon. And he puts them down, and he grabs the phone. He says, oh, Lordy, I see it, but I don't believe it. Darling, you can't conceive what just arrived. A veritable horse trough of unspeakable poinsettias. No, I don't know who from. I'm going to dispose of the card sight unseen. It would shock and appall me to learn that somebody I like or even know would send me such a tacky thing. Poinsettias are the Bob Goulet of botany. Oh, that's good. So he's talking to a machine, and he's telling his life story to the fellow that's going to write his story. And the fellow's name is Gerald Clark, and there is a great book by Gerald Clark about Truman Capote, which is a page-turner, by the way. It's a wonderful story. So he's at the dictaphone. For the ears of Gerald Clark. Gary, when I told you about my early encounter with Louis Armstrong, Gary, I could just see you figuring, okay, you could write Truman claimed. When he was 4, he danced on a riverboat with Louis Armstrong when he played. He claimed Armstrong, called him a fine little dancer, and took up a collection for him. Gary, I could just see the claims clanking around in your head. But I did dance with Louis Armstrong, and I know where to find a corroborating witness. You're just going to have to learn to trust me. I have lived an astonishing life. I've known everybody.